I started playing Pokemon HeartGold because I wanted to know if it was as good as everyone always told me it was. Whenever conversations sprout up around which Pokemon game is the best, HeartGold and Soul Silver are inevitably in the conversation for the top spot. So I booted up my Nintendo DS, woke up in Johto, and streamed over 60 hours of the game right here on this channel. I will have a video covering the key takeaways of my experience in the future, but today I am focused on an ending. I am focused on saying goodbye because today I want to tell you about my final battle in Pokemon HeartGold. So I didn't start playing these games with any intention of being the very best. I was far too focused on the sights and sounds of the remade Johto region, the unique towns and authored events that work together to form a cloud of sentiment over your entire journey. But at some point, after defeating the Elite Four and the champion and besting not only 8 but 16 gym leaders and catching my fair share of legendary Pokemon, at some point I, and everybody watching, decided that to truly hang my hat on this game, I couldn't just face the strange yet familiar lonely boy tirelessly training at the peak of a snowy mountain. I had to defeat him. A little bit of a jerk right now. Dang. All right, that's it. All right, GG, Red. It didn't work. Our first, we gave it a shot. Well, since then, I've been training, and here are the results of that final battle. The first Pokemon I call to the stage is Pork Pie the Mamoswine. I met Pork Pie as a low-level Swinub on my way to the dragon-themed gym. I knew on sight that Pork Pie would be critical to our team. This is big, chat. This is big. Is this what's missing? Is this what's missing from the team? Against Pikachu, I rely on Pork Pie's girthy intimidation factor to get me through at least one turn. I know an Iron Tail would be devastating on him, but I feel the need to set up rocks. My bet is rewarded. Pikachu cowers at the might of Pork Pie and misses not only his first attack, but also his second. This makes Pork Pie the first to taste the blood of Red's team. Our next enemy is Blastoise, and though I want to see these two behemoths battle it out, I make a tough call, and I sub in my Electrode, Juice Box. I liberated Juice from a Team Rocket encampment, and he has been on the team ever since. I size up the situation and decide to let Juice go down fighting. He lets loose a Charge Beam, and always the team player scores. A critical hit, but Juice goes down swinging. I see Blastoise is low health, and I am seduced into, I think, my first error. I call out Prodigy, the Golduck, to finish the fight, but I don't see this full restore coming, and I am left feeling like an idiot. Rather than switch Prodigy out and make somebody else take a hit, I see if he can get scrappy and make something happen. But just as I think Prodigy is down for the count, what is this strategy? Prodigy manages to land a heavy Ice Beam on Venusaur before exiting the battle. Now with the super weakened Venusaur in my sights, I call on Pork Pie to finish him off. And now Blastoise is back, and rather than switch, I feel that these two titans are, perhaps, destined to do battle. I let them play it out. Now luckily on a prior turn, I revived Juicebox, so he now rejoins the battle. But is once again unable to fell this Blastoise. I hand it over to a new challenger. Calculus the Hitmontop reveals himself, and nothing can stop him from finally ending this Blastoise. When Red tosses out Charizard, I know we're getting serious. Pork Pie's stones manage to clear half his health, but I know better than to get comfortable here. Luckily, Red is not the only one with some killer Pokemon from Kanto. Back in Cerulean Cave, I came across something that I have been waiting for the perfect opportunity to use. With Charizard out of the way, I faced the Pokemon I was, perhaps, most scared of. I always knew that Snorlax would be an issue for me, and I find myself praying that Mewtwo's Drain Punch, a move that I gave him for this exact situation, will be enough to put Snorlax to sleep permanently. And just when it looks like Charles may achieve victory, I forget about the hail. With only a tiny bit of health left, I summon Calculus to finish the fight. Oh no! Calculus proceeds to miss a triple kick, eat hail for breakfast, and just when you think he's gonna close the gap, he succumbs to a blizzard and is frozen. Snorlax claims another life. I summon my final Pokemon. I ring a familiar bell and remember everything I went through to catch Last Kiss. My Ho-Oh. Last Kiss blinks. Snorlax is gone. At this point, I have no idea what Red's final Pokemon is, so you can imagine how it must have felt to see that Last Kiss's final opponent would be. Now at this point, I would not blame you if you were asking how. How is Jake going to get out of this? How is a level 61 Ho-Oh expected to defeat a level 80 Lapras? It seems impossible. It seems. But you know, all great legends have their mysteries. Red nods in approval. There's nothing more that needs to be said. Last Kiss and I return home, to the same place we started our journey. And it occurs to me that the game dropped us off in the perfect place to start another adventure.